Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Miracle Mindset Monday for this week. So remember, with our Miracle Mindset Monday, it is a generalized reading for the week. There are no personalized readings. If you would like your own personalized Miracle Mindset Monday, you are more than welcome to go visit my website, awakeningmiracles.org. So before we get started with today's Miracle Mindset Monday, I actually have a beautiful message that I received from A Course in Miracles for this morning. But before I share that beautiful message, I am just going to share this out because I've had a few people say that they'd really like me to share out the live they want me to share out the live as I'm live instead of sharing it after I go live. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. So I am just going to be sharing that out, and I thank you all for joining me this beautiful Monday morning as we just continue. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for joining, and thank you so much for catching that it said PM instead of AM. I'll have to go back and change that because that's going to be my flyer for the Miracle Mindset Monday from now on. So I'm definitely going to have to go back and change that. But I thank you so much for catching that little time error that I had made. So thank you for catching that. And thank you for joining me as always. So as I am sharing this out to my groups and stuff, what I want to really say about all of this stuff that's happening and going on right now is to remember one important thing, and it actually comes from our lesson for today. Well, not our lesson, but it comes from our generalized message for today. Don't decide against yourself, and don't decide that you already know. Because that's one thing where we can get into a lot of trouble, is believing that we already know something. We already know how it is, what it is, and so forth and so on. And so as we go throughout our day, as we continue along our path. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining, everyone. Thanks for being here. Once again, I'm just sharing this out, and if you guys feel like sharing it out, you're more than welcome to do the same. And so when it comes to all of this stuff that is currently happening, our job is not to decide what it means. Because all too often when we decide what it means, what we're actually doing is we are now locking ourselves into, if you will, we're locking ourselves into like a time frame and saying, okay, this is what it means, so done, that's it. And there's no chance for spirit to come in and give you a brand new interpretation of what it actually means, or what it could mean through the eyes of spirit. So I'm almost done sharing this out, guys. Like I said, I am just sharing it out to all of my different pages. All right, so there we go. That was the last group. So like I was saying, for our generalized message for this week is forget everything that you think and think you know. We all too often decide against ourselves, and we have to stop doing that. We don't know what anything is really for. We may think that we do, but in truth, we do not. And I have this beautiful prayer or this beautiful intention. It's really however you want to look at this. But it is, I do not know what anything, including this, means. So whatever is disturbing your peace right now, instead of deciding you know what it means, well, this is what it means, and kind of sticking with that, let's decide, I really don't know what this means. And so I do not know how to respond to it. I love that wording. I don't know how to respond to it. We all know how to react to things, but all too often we don't know how to respond. And I will not use my own past learning as a light to guide me now. a light to guide me now. And that's what we do all too often. We use what we know in the past to guide us in the present moment. Let's instead of say, you know what, I don't want to use what I already think I know from the past, because what I have said about myself or what I have learned from the past is only helping me to recreate the past again and again and again and again. I don't want to recreate the past again. I want to, in this moment, have the present moment be shown to me in a new way. And that's what we really need here, is to see it in a brand new way. So that is our generalized message for this morning, is to remember we do not know anything, and to be okay with that not knowing, to learn that we don't need to respond from the past, but instead to let ourselves come into the present moment and not decide what the present moment means. Instead, allowing Spirit to give us that beautiful interpretation of the moment. And how do we do that? How can we really allow Spirit to decide for us? And it's so simple. Are you guys ready? All you have to do is invite it. Spirit, how would you have me see this? Or you can say, you know what? How would Source have me see this? It's all you have to do. Very simple. It's not complicated at all. However, you know that ego mind is going to come up, and it's going to try to make it more complicated and try to make you think that you really know what this situation means, when in fact you do not. Hi Deb, thanks for joining, thanks for being here. Hi Karen, thanks for joining, thanks for being here. Thank you Alicia for sharing. Hi Farah, good morning. So let's go ahead and let's go to our first deck for today. Since I did say it's simple, let's go to the answer is simple for this morning, and let's see what beautiful messages complement our message for today. Beautiful. All right, so we have one. Nope, not doing any individual readings. What I am doing, this is just a generalized reading for the week, but if you're interested in your own personalized Miracle Mindset Monday, you can always go visit my website, awakeningmiracles.org. Oh, beautiful. All right, so we're going to do one more message. We're just asking for one more card. Okay. So we have our three beautiful messages. So our first message is turn back. It's number 51. So this message is telling us right here, right now, turn back. Do not go down that way of fear. You know, when you start seeing yourself going down that way of fear, stop. In that moment. And just like we talked about on my arc, or the arc of safety lies within your mind, spiritual discussion, we catch it, we stop it, and we say, no, this is not where I'm going. This is not where I want to go. This is not going to lead me to peace. This line of thinking, all it's going to do is lead me down this, this road of pain and misery and sadness and so forth and so on. I've already been there. I don't feel like going back again. Exactly. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Turn back. The moment that you feel yourself, going down there, we stop and we say no. So what are some tools that we can use to help us stop going down there? First tool, and it's one of my very favorite tools, you stop. You say, you know what? When am I thinking? Now, I didn't say where am I thinking. When am I thinking? Well, is this coming from the past, or is this coming into the future? When am I thinking? That's the first thing. And then you really call yourself out on it. Okay, well, this actually is coming from the past, or I'm actually really projecting into the future. And guess what? You don't know the future. You don't. It's okay not to know it. So stop projecting into it. And when it comes to the past, well, I don't want to recreate the past. So instead of recreating it, I'm going to step back. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep dancing in the moment. I'm going to become present. I'm going to become here. I'm going to become now. And that's where I'm going to really be able to dance with the universe. I'm going to be able to dance with the divine in that state of saying, you know what? I don't know what anything is for, but I am willing to be present in the moment so that I can create something beautiful and wonderful. So I can create something beautiful and wonderful. And we create something beautiful and wonderful simply by being present and asking Spirit for its interpretation of the moment. Yes, there is a lot of fear. Yes, there is a lot of what seems to be lack and scarcity happening right now. However, what we want to do is we want to say, you know what? Yes, I see it. Yes, I recognize it. Yes, I am willing to allow myself to not decide what this means. I am willing instead to forgive, and in that forgiveness, have a brand new perception be given to me. That's all that we have to do. But if you find, once again, if you find yourself wanting to go down, here you go, wanting to go down the rabbit hole, getting lost in the labyrinth of the ego, don't worry. Spirit has given you, the tools that you need. And one of the best tools that we can use is right here. Reclaiming your art. Reclaiming your art. Whatever that is for you, whatever divine expression comes through you, be that painting, be that writing, be that singing, be that talking, whatever that is, do that, be there, be now, because that brings you back into the present moment. You can't do artwork from the past and you can't do artwork from the future. You can only do your art in the now. And everyone has a divine expression in which the divine loves to come through them. Like I said, writing, singing, painting, drawing. Everyone has a beautiful expression. Everyone. And it is when we come into the moment, that's what we have to do. So, beautiful. So, OMG, yes, I've been thinking about all of this. Thank you, higher self, for this eye-opening message for this week. Exactly. So, absolutely beautiful. So now, let's go to the Nature's Whisper deck, where we can see what other beautiful messages we have for this week. All right. Oh, beautiful. All right. So then we need another. Oh, no. Okay. Fabulous. Maybe I'm just going to keep pulling from the bottom of the deck because there's some beautiful messages there. Okay. You know what? And we're going to do this one too. All right. So here we go with this beautiful message. So our first card that came out was illumination. So, that's what we need to do. We illuminate the world by illuminating our minds and by, like I said, by releasing what we think and think we know. You can't see hold on, there it is. You can't see a new experience or new possibilities if you're stuck in the past. If you're stuck in believing, this is what it is, this is what it means, and I can't see anything else beyond it. You can't see it if you're not willing to see it. And so as we illuminate, our minds, as we come into these new experiences and possibilities by releasing all that we think and think we know, we have this beautiful breakthrough of, yes, I can see this differently. I can see it, in a brand new way, which then leads me to an ideal course of action. that will help me to keep my dreams alive. And so what is an ideal course of action? And the best way that I can give you the ideal course of action is you do what is in front of you to do that feels peaceful and compelling. It has to be both of those together. It can't just be one or the other. It can't just feel peaceful and it can't just feel compelling. Because take, for example, let's say that you you were told, you know what, you're going to get a call back from us to see if you get this job by 5 o'clock, okay? And let's say it's 4:30, and it's at 4:30 on a Friday. You may feel compelled, okay, you know what, maybe I should go ahead and call. Like, maybe I should call right now, because if I don't call right now, I mean, it's Friday, it's 5 o'clock, no one's going to want to stay at work, so maybe I should call right now. Well, that compellingness, that's coming from fear. You're not really doing it because you feel peaceful about it. You're doing it because you're in fear. And so then the next part of that comes with, you know, the ideal course of action being peaceful as well. It has to be both. So it has to be like, you know what? It feels really good to call right now. And it feels like it's, you know, something that kind of keeps coming in your head. I should call, but it's not, I need to call because it's Friday at 5 o'clock. It's, you know what, I think I should call. Okay, I'm going to. Like, that's how we do this. It's not by doing it out of panic, okay? So that is that. So let's illuminate. Let's go ahead and, you know, like I said, let me get to the card. Let us illuminate. Okay, let us illuminate our minds by releasing all we think and all we think we know. So that way we can actually have a brand new experience and we can see brand new possibilities. So we can have this beautiful breakthrough so that we can take the ideal action to keep our dreams alive. Okay, so beautiful. And then we're going to go to our last deck, which is the Frequency Tarot, which is going to tell us the frequency in which we need to be in. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I just love when it does this. Okay, so we have two cards. So the frequency that we want to be in, our first one is self-awareness. Okay, we want to be aware. We really do. We want to say, okay, where am I coming from? What am I thinking? Like, let me be aware of this. Am I going into fear right now? If I am, okay, let me accept. In this moment, I feel very afraid. That's okay. You can feel afraid. No one says that you can't. So you feel that fear. You then process that fear. Why am I feeling this fear? Where are these fearful thoughts coming from? Are they coming from the past or are they coming from the future? Okay, then I release it, because here's the beauty. An emotion is energy in motion. That means you have to release it. That means you have to let it go. It flows through you. And as it flows through you, then you can invite a brand new perception, a brand new emotion, which is the emotion of peace, or joy, or happiness, or whatever is the next right emotion for you. That's it. So we have to become self-aware. And in that awareness, we actually return to source. We return to the joy, to the beauty, to the happiness that we all are entitled to. You know, A Course in Miracles tells us that a miracle is nothing more than a shift in perception from fear to love. That's all that it is. And that's all that we need. And the shift isn't even up to you. The shift, all you have to do is ask for the shift. That's all you have to do. Ask. Be willing to ask. Be willing to release what you think and think that you know, so that you may see that brand new perception. But we do have to be self-aware. We do have to keep ourselves accountable. So that's what we have to do. I have been. Thank you so much for those beautiful blessings. And I wish you beautiful blessings as well. And I thank you so much for joining me this morning. So that's the way we're going to return. And what I really love about this card, look how we have this like complex thing right here. And then we just have this. That's it. All we have. So we move from, oh my gosh, everything's so complex, I don't know how to handle everything, to the simplicity of Source. Source knows what to do. Source knows what to do. You don't. That's okay. Be okay with that. Be all right with that. And you will be told what to do. So that is our Miracle Mindset Monday for this week. If you're interested in your own personalized Miracle Mindset Monday, which you receive for a month in your inbox every Monday with your own personalized messages, then you are more than welcome to go visit my website, awakeningmiracles.org. Or if you also just want to look at all my different content that I have, all my different spiritual discussions, other Miracle Mindset Mondays, go over to my website as well. Go look at my blogs. I have tons of them there that are free for you guys to listen to. Also, I have free classes that you guys can take if you so desire. So thank you so very much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. And remember, for this week, I'm going to reread our intention or our prayer for the week. I do not know what anything is for, including this. And so I do not know how to respond to it. And I will not use my own past learning as a light to guide me now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. And of course, you can go visit my website, awakeningmiracles.org, if you'd like some more.